Hello, my divine souls. Welcome to Spiritual Bloom, where we bloom within our consciousness, with your spiritual guide and twin flame coach, Neha. In today's episode, we will be talking about the rise of the divine masculine in this year, and why twin flame union is accelerating faster than ever. Previously, I had made a similar video on the rise of the divine feminine, but gradually, as we are moving into the sixth month of the year, I can feel the intensity in the energies of the divine masculine, which is shifting. Now, what if I told you that this year is one of the most significant years of divine masculine awakening in this journey? For years, the divine feminines have carried the spiritual weight of the connection. They awakened first, they healed first, they searched for answers first. But something is changing now. If you remember, I have told you at the beginning of the year that this year is the year of the horse, and everything will be changing rapidly. Across the collective, reports from many communities, twin flame communities, some people, they are describing a growing shift towards emotional accountability, vulnerability, conscious action from the divine masculine energy. Now, let's understand that how this is happening or how this is going to happen. It's already happening. I have picked up on the energy. It is already happening. So, the old divine masculine is dying. Now, I don't mean physical death here. Dying means the old masculine, not the divine masculine. The old masculine is dying to transform into his authentic self, which is the divine masculine. Logic over feelings, they always operated through survival programming all these years. Logic over feelings, control over vulnerability, controlling issues, achievement, status over emotional connections, running instead of facing the intensity of the soul bond. So many twin flame, they describe this as the runner chaser stage. But in this year, during this energy transition, something profound is happening. The old masculine template is collapsing. The universe is no longer allowing the masculines to remain rigid or stubborn. That's why the old template is collapsing. The version of the masculine that relied on emotional suppression is no longer sustainable. The version that hid behind work, distraction, status, fear of intimacy is being challenged from each and every direction by the universe. Why? Because the soul can only avoid its truth for so long. Many collective energy updates throughout late 2025 and early 2026 have described, and I have picked up that the divine masculines are facing deeper emotional reckonings than before. This isn't just another awakening wave. This feels like a graduation phase. The soul is no longer asking, do I feel this connection? Now, the divine masculines, they have come into that position where they are questioning themselves that what am I going to do about it? Previously, they used to run away from the connection. But now they are consciously asking themselves that what do I have to do? What should I do with this connection? What am I capable of doing? Now, why is this awakening speeding up, so much for the divine masculine? Why does it suddenly feel like everything is moving faster? The answer lies in energetic compression. What once took years is beginning to happen in months. You'll see many changes in the 3D in the next few months. What once took months in beginning is going to happen in weeks, because the collective was stuck in an energy for a very long time. For a very long time, I mean to say very long time. 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, maybe more than that. Because this year is the year of accelerated alignment, where old patterns can no longer remain hidden beneath the surface. And the mask that the divine masculine have been wearing for years, that is going to slip off. Because they cannot hide behind any mask, any work, anything. The universe is simply going to take them out of that energy. Now, let me tell you that why these things are happening, because emotional avoidance is no longer working. The divine masculine is being pushed into emotional awareness. They are becoming more aware. That's why their awakening is speeding up. The masculine energy is becoming more sensitive, intuitive, and emotionally honest than previous years. Decisions are no longer being made solely through logic, but also through emotional truth. Because the feelings that they once buried keeps resurfacing, the connection keeps returning, the signs keep on appearing, and the soul keeps knocking. And they cannot avoid it any longer. And eventually the door has to open. They have to accept it. Secondly, why is this happening? Because the divine feminine is detaching. Like I told you in the previous episode, the rise of the divine feminine means what? The divine feminine is coming into her power. She is detaching. She is no longer chasing. Union accelerates not when the divine feminine chases harder. It accelerates when she stops chasing. And the feminines are becoming more grounded, focus on their own purpose, finances, healing, and personal fulfillment rather than obsessing over union and reunion. So this changes the energetic equation completely. The masculine can finally feel the connection without resistance being amplified by pursuit. They know that something is changing in the energy of the divine feminines. They are no longer, chasing them. They have become more grounded. They are focusing in their own lives. And that is creating a fear, awareness that they should do something about this connection, or they should come into acceptance of this connection very soon. Now, it is also happening because the collective consciousness is evolving. The entire planet, as we all know, is going through rapid shifts. People everywhere are questioning old relationship models. Authenticity is replacing performance. Emotional intelligence is becoming a strength instead of weakness. And the divine masculine is evolving with it. Because the awakening is no longer optional for them. It's no longer an option. They cannot run away. It's becoming inevitable. They have to face it. Now let me tell you some of the signs through which you'll understand that your divine masculine is awakening right now. Number 1, they can no longer distract themselves. How? The things that once helped them avoid the connection, it has stopped working. For example, overworking, dating someone else, social validation, or material success. None of it creates the fulfillment it once did. They feel a void in their heart. They feel that something is missing. And they have also understood that where is that missing piece? Number 2, increased dreams and synchronicities. Many awakened masculines begin experiencing repeated numbers, dreams, memories, and unexpected reminders of their counterpart. The soul begins communicating when the conscious mind refuses to listen. The soul already knows that he has to awaken, yet the mind was refusing. So the universe played its role, and they are having, huge awakenings. They are getting synchronicities through numbers, through names, anything. No matter how much they try to resist, it's not going to work anymore. The emotional waves have become stronger. Many energy updates, regarding masculine energy, they're experiencing intense emotional breakthroughs. What was numb once, they used to numb it, the emotions they used to numb it. It has become impossible to ignore or numb it anymore. They can't do that. And fourthly, they have been questioning their entire life. Suddenly they have been asking themselves that, am I actually happy in what I'm doing? Is this really what I want? Is this job, I'm satisfied with this job or not? Why do I still think about this person? So these questions has become a catalyst for their awakening, because the more they question, the more they are becoming aware, the more they are doing research on what is going on, and they feel called towards their purpose. The divine masculine awakening is not just about romance, we all know, but it is about mission. Many begin changing careers, some of them are already switching their careers, some are discovering their spiritual interest. The people who never had any faith in God, from atheist, they are becoming not religious, but they are having a connection with the divine. They are healing family wounds or stepping into leadership roles where they have been hiding for years. Now they no longer fear, because fear is replaced by responsibility. The masculine energy is being pushed towards responsibility rather than avoidance. So previously they used to ask that, how do I escape this connection, or how do I escape this responsibility? Now they are asking that, how do I honor this, and what are the actions that I need to take in order to honor this connection or this journey? And they've started moving towards union. Not immediately, I'm not saying that tomorrow you'll have a union or reunion, but the awakening has already started from awareness into action, because they are questioning themselves. That is how they'll research, they'll come into awareness, and that is how they are going to take action. And action changes everything. When they come into acceptance of this journey, the entire dynamic of this journey changes. Now, why the union timelines are collapsing? One of the strongest messages that I had in this year was that union is no longer viewed as a future destination, but union has become an energetic state. Now it has become energetic state for those people who have really put in their hard work in this journey, in their personal transformation, understanding of this journey, and have been in this journey for a very long time. It is not for those people who have just recently realized or understood or are still doing research on this journey. It has become an energetic state. That's why both the masculine and feminine are balanced in their own energies, and there is no more push and pull dynamic. Because the union, as we say, union. What is union? It is not that is something external. It will never manifest externally if you don't have inner union, if it's not internal. Once you achieve inner union, both the counterparts, they come into a balance, and when that balance comes, they come into an energetic state. Because when both the counterparts, they heal their abandonment wounds or rejection wounds or fear of vulnerability, that separation frequency, it loses its foundation. You will no more be running behind anybody. No one will be chasing anybody, because the lessons have been learned. The triggers have been learned. You know how to handle your triggers. You know how to emotionally balance yourself. And that is how the soul contract progresses forward, and the resistance weakens. They have been resisting for so many years, months, trying to resist the reality. That doesn't work anymore. And what once seemed impossible begins feeling natural. That is why many people are reporting faster movement, unexpected communications, reconciliations, and sudden energetic shifts throughout this year. Now, there is a biggest misunderstanding about divine masculine's awakening. The divine masculine is not awakening because the divine feminine waited long enough. She is no more in a waiting energy. They're awakening because their own soul is ready. Just like divine feminine has done her inner work, the divine masculine has also done their work. Now divine masculine's inner work is completely different from divine feminine's inner work. The divine feminine goes through many transitions, meditation, and many things connected to divine, writing, journaling, exercising, taking care of health, coming into self-love. So she goes through all that. But the divine masculine is a hard nut to crack. That's why the universe also uses a hammer. And when they use a hammer, the divine masculine, when they awaken, it's completely different. Their inner work is different. They go through losses, they go through tower moments, fights, violence, losing amount of money, losing out on business. So that is how what happens. One tower moment happens, then they get up from that. That is their inner work. They do it externally, not internally. The divine masculine's inner work is external. The universe will keep on hammering them. They will break, then again they'll join themselves. Then again one cycle ends, then again they'll break, they'll have losses in business, then again they'll stand up. Then again that business is fine, then again somebody's health will degrade in the family, then again they'll fix that. So that is how the inner work happens. You cannot force awakening, and you cannot heal someone. That's why I always tell you have to heal. Divine feminine's healing is completely different from divine masculine's healing. You cannot make him sit and make him explain that this is this journey, you have to heal like this. That is not divine masculine's inner work. You cannot love someone into consciousness, but you have to bring your own consciousness first. You have to come into your own consciousness first. That is not your job. So here the divine feminine has stopped waiting, and that's why this is speeding up. The awakening is speeding up. The more you embody your authentic self, the more you align with the frequency of union. Now, the rise of divine masculine in this year is not just simply about relationships, it's about evolution. Evolution of both the souls, because they have come here for a mission. Now, if the masculine will keep on delaying, when will they come into union or reunion, or when will they fulfill the work that is supposed to be done? The awakening that is happening right now is transforming the old twin flame dynamics and pushing both the counterparts towards greater emotional maturity, sovereignty, and alignment. So, the divine masculine, when they awaken, everything changes. How it changes? The runner becomes the seeker, the fear becomes the wisdom, and the separation becomes the preparation. And the journey towards union begins accelerating faster than ever before. That's why this year is we have already entered the union phase. The divine masculines are speeding up. Some of them are coming into awareness, some of them are already aware, and they're speeding up as to how to take actions further. What should I do for this journey? Or what should I do for the counterpart? So don't be surprised if you hear people around you, if you know any twin who has come into a union or reunion, because the divine masculines are rising. They are rising because the divine feminines were rising. The divine feminines are already in their power, and as we all know that the divine feminine is the torch bearer in this journey. She is the leader. He or she is the leader. It has got nothing to do with gender. Here I'm talking about energy. So the divine feminine is leading the journey. She has come into her power. Therefore, the divine masculine cannot hide anymore into the darkness. They cannot act shady anymore. They have to accept, and even they have to rise into their power to match the frequency and energy of the divine feminine. That's why awakening is happening quite faster than we can even imagine. I can feel it in the energy. Things are going to change physically in this 3D. Now I'm not telling you this just to show you false hope, and also This video is only for those people who have really worked years and years, done their inner work properly, who have focused on themselves, who are having a disciplined life right now, away from any kind of addictions. It is for them. It is not for those who have just discovered that they are a twin, or they're still learning about what this journey is all about. So, your divine masculine is awakening. Your work is to maintain the energy and the rise and the groundedness which you have maintained till today through your inner work. Just because your divine masculine is coming, don't lose yourself. Try to remain in that discipline, in that energy, and in that high frequency. Then only your divine masculine is going to mirror you. So if you like this episode on rise of the divine masculine, and the awakening process is going to accelerate in this year as we have already entered the union phase, do like, share and subscribe. For any kind of personal guidance, you can WhatsApp or email me. My contact details have been given in the description box and mentioned in the video as well. I provide a 10 to 15 minutes demo session before you book any counseling or guidance sessions with me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me. I'll see you again in another episode.